Okay, so here I am. I began this recording a couple of hours ago, 2.5 hours ago. Little by little, I put 10 recordings up of about 5 minutes each. That takes about 5 minutes to record, about 5 minutes to upload or so, more or less, maybe longer, I don't know. Watching this movie, I'm on section 2, so I've seen about an hour and a half of that. And the movie's reminded me of other things, other movies I've seen, other things about history and biography, and and I want to again just kind of journal, just kind of unload, just kind of get used to this format, just kind of relax. You get used to me, blah blah blah, and but bring specifically a Christian spin. I mean, I'm not talking as just an educator or as a American or as a male, but I want to emphasize the Christianness on this series because they call Fellow Pilgrim. Other ones I would talk with a different spin or bent or whatever. And one of the things that struck me as you're talking about is these different pharaohs and how some became pharaohs when they're very young and they grew, they died in war or they died later, 20 years, blah blah, and then it passed on to their children and blah blah, and the empire lasts many hundreds of years, but eventually it perished. And this happened with all leaders. And again, what's prevalent in America in this time is a ignorance of, denial of, masking of death, dying, mortality. So it's good to see a biography, a life. Benjamin Franklin, a fascinating, Tyndale, another fascinating life. Two most fascinating people I can remember right now, but lots of the fascinating. Washington, really fascinating. Um, but there was an arc of the whole life, like there is with you and me. There's an end. It could be any time, it could be a long time, but there is an end. And then what? Well, are we Egyptian pharaohs? Are we going to be buried with all of our treasure in a big tomb? That was the style of their time. If you did put all your money or all your gold or all your jewelry in your coffin, so what? You're not there. You can't take it with you. So it's a reminder of the fragility, the frailty, the shortness, the terminalness, of life and of empire, of human endeavors. So thus, where, when, how can we, you, they, incorporate things eternal, lasting, significant, important, things that will endure? As a parent, as a grandparent, as a pastor, as a leader, we get back to discipleship, we get back to character development, we get back to living a legacy. What's your legacy? Is it money? Is it things? Is it lessons you've taught to your children, your students? Is it a book you wrote? I would be a lot more about legacy and things related to that. But by watching videos of biographies and documentaries, you're exposed over and over again, and you see the rise and the fall. And you see why Genghis Khan did what he did, or why Mao Zedong did, or Chairman Mao. It's just fascinating. And how critical their parenting was, and their childhood traumas were, to shape them in their attitude and outlook. Fascinating stuff. So I commend you again to learning through video and apply it in your life and let it shape how you lead and teach and train and direct others. It's history right there at your fingertips, online for free at YouTube and other places for a little bit of cost. The other great source is public library. Public libraries have many videos you can borrow for free, besides documentaries.